ball of fluff,
Oh.
usually weighing in at about 79 kilograms for
79
females and
kilogram.
a whopping
Wow.
300 kilograms.
हेलो दोस्तों, उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सब लोग खैरियत से होंगे। अच्छा, पिछली वीडियो में हमने देखे थे 24 ऐसे जानवर जो सिर्फ अमेरिका में पाए जाते हैं, जिसमें बड़े ही खूबसूरत जानवर भी थे और ख़तरनाक किस्म के जानवर भी थे। जो आज की वीडियो है उसमें भी हम 10 ऐसे जानवर देखेंगे जो वाइल्ड जानवर हैं, जो जंगली जानवर हैं, और मज़े की बात वो भी जानवर सिर्फ अमेरिका में पाए जाते हैं। पिछली वीडियो को आप लोगों ने बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार दिया। उम्मीद करता हूँ ये वीडियो भी आप लोगों को ज़रूर पसंद आएगी। बगैर टाइम वेस्ट किए चलते हैं आज की वीडियो की तरफ।
Number 10. The Hawaiian monk seal. The Hawaiian monk seal is a living legend, but not in the David Hasselhoff sense. This is a subspecies of the earless seal that has been befriending
wow.
humans on the
Monk
Hawaiian
seal.
coast for centuries. Their
ये
average
तो खुशकी में
lifespan is
भी
usually
चल
between
रहा है और
25
पानी में
and 30
भी
years,
चल रहा है।
and they're
Wow.
one of only 2 species of monk seals that still exist today. Not all is great with these seals, however, since the Hawaiian monk seal was designated as an endangered species in 1972 and is considered to be the single most endangered real species of the world. Overfishing, the
जानवर
introduction of
पेंगुस जैसे
invasive
मुझे लग रहे
species,
हैं।
coral bleaching, and an uptick in entanglement in fishing gear have caused these bulbous creatures their lives. Number 9. The black-footed ferret. From sea to land and smooth to fluffy, number 9 is the black-footed ferret. This creature is also known as the American polecat, or more mischievously, the prairie dog hunter. They were originally thought to be
यकीन
extinct in
कीजिए, ये जानवर
1979
भी
until a
मैं
farm
पहली बार
dog
देख
brought
रहा
a
हूँ।
dead black-footed ferret to the door of Lucille Hogg in 1981 and let the world know that these slippery polecats were still out there. Now, a captive breeding program is working to raise the numbers of wild black-footed ferrets. These 10 ferrets have black markings on their eyes, feet, and tail and primarily eat prairie dogs, rabbits, and mice. Outside of breeding season, the black-footed ferret live primarily solitary
इस शहर में
lives
बड़ा
and
छोटा है
like
ये।
to keep to themselves. So, you'd have to be particularly lucky to see one in the wild. Number 8. Prince of Wales spruce grouse. Yes, we know it sounds like it's quite far from home, but number 8 on our list of American animals is the Prince of Wales spruce grouse. Despite the name, these chicken-like creatures are
Wow.
actually native to the States and is
खूबसूरत chicken है
endemic to
ये।
Alaska. The Prince of Wales spruce grouse is actually the only species of grouse that can be found in a temperate rainforest ecosystem. They have a red stripe above their eyes and black and white feathers. This particular species only grows to about 17 inches long and weighs only about 23 ounces. They aren't very effective flyers, but the lack of human contact in Alaska has still led them to have a thriving species. That's excellent. Number 7. The American black bear. A classic American image. The American black bear, as its name implies, is only found in North America. They are the smallest bear that can be found on the continent, but don't let that calm you. They have a mean bite and claws if you get on their bad side. Luckily, humans aren't on their list of foods.
ये
They are
bear बड़ा ही
omnivores, meaning
खतरनाक
that they
किस्म
eat
का
both
जानवर
fish
होता है।
and fruit. There has been an uprise in the amount of American black bear sightings in human developments. There have been repeated cases of humans putting food out for the bears, only to result in tragedy striking. Most campgrounds in rural communities have rules about what food you can leave out. That reputation is an unfair one, though. Generally speaking, they don't hunt humans out or care about them. They're just after a bite to eat and sometimes get spooked. They can live up to 30 years in the wild, and even though they aren't exactly teddy bears, they're a big ball of fluff, usually weighing in at about 79 kilograms for females and a whopping 300 kilograms for males. Number 6. The American alligator. Number 6 is an American classic, the American alligator,
Oh.
also known as the common alligator or commonly simply as
39
gators.
kilograms.
They are native to the
Wow.
southeastern United States, not in toilets or sewers as many conspiracy theories and local legends would have you believe. It is one of only 2 living extant species of alligator within the category of Ligatoridae. Males can weigh up to 450 pounds. Alligator hunting season runs September through August, and a specialized license is needed to partake in it. They have been recorded as living up to 50 years in the wild. The largest gator ever found in Florida was over 17 feet long. We sure don't want to run into that, especially in a swamp. The interesting thing about these jaws, as impressive as they are, is that once they are snapped shut, they're quite easy to keep shut. Because most of the time they struggle to push their jaws open when there's any weight on them, most adults can be contained with a few wraps of masking tape. We don't recommend trying it though. They still have claws and a high-speed tail whip that is pretty much pure muscle. Enjoying the video? Be sure to click the like button to help us rank this video, and let's try and get 10,000 likes, okay? On to number 5, the Hawaiian hoary bat. Number 5 is the Hawaiian hoary bat. This species of bat can only be found on the Hawaiian Islands. It is the official state land mammal of Hawaii. They can be found on all of the major volcanic islands of Hawaii and are an insectivore species. Moths are the main food source, but they can also eat beetles, mosquitoes, termites, and many other species of insect. Honestly, we're kinda glad they're around to keep the bugs down. The Hawaiian hoary bat is a very elusive creature, and not much scientific research has been done on them. In fact, so little research has been done that their population numbers are listed as being somewhere between several hundred to several thousand. Number 4, the American bison. Like the alligator, the American bison is something synonymous with America and its wildlife. This animal is commonly known simply as buffalo or the American buffalo. Even though it's not strictly what it is, but you didn't come here for a lesson in biology and semantics, right? You're here to learn some cool facts. So let's get learning. It once ran in herds so great that it left behind what's known as the Great Bison Belt, a tract of grassland that traveled from the Gulf of Mexico to Alaska and from the Atlantic seaboard in the east all the way to Florida. Commercial hunting nearly drove the species to extinction in the 19th century, dropping their numbers down to just a paltry 500. Conservation efforts have since raised their numbers to just over 30,000. Although they are mostly confined to state parks, there's also a lucky vodka which is infused with a blade of grass that has been urinated on by those magnificent creatures. Would you dare try it, or is that too weird for you? Let us know in the comments. Number 3, the island's wolf. Number 3 is the island's wolf. This species of wolf is also known as the Alexander Archipelago wolf, due to the fact that it's native to the Alexander Archipelago just off the coast of Alaska. Recent studies have found a sharp decline in their numbers during recent years, linked most heavily back to logging, which has affected their habitat considerably. The Alexander Archipelago wolf are much smaller than their gray wolf counterpart, and their coats vary in color, ranging from dark gray and pure black to bright cinnamon, depending on where in the archipelago they came from. They've also been known to be taken as black market pets, but thankfully this is rare. Number 2, the Kodiak river otter. With a name that sounds like it came right out of a Clint Eastwood or John Wayne movie, this one had to secure a place at number 2. The Kodiak river otter is found in the Kodiak Archipelago, just south of the mainland mass of Alaska. Like many of the other animals on this list, its North American counterpart is a thick-set animal with rich brown fur. They are well adapted to living both on land and in water and can stay underwater for up to 8 minutes. They have poor land vision and rely on their whiskers to detect prey. They mainly eat snails, crabs, and mussels, making their diet one which wouldn't be out of place in a fine restaurant. Kodiak river otters are born both blind and toothless, and they don't leave their den until they're almost 2 months old. They stay with their mother until just before her next litter is born. That's a real American family value. Before we continue, why don't you share this video with your friends? I'm sure they would really appreciate it. And thanks. Alright, on to number 1, the Nini bird. No, this bird has nothing to do with the Nini leaks. Endemic to the Hawaiian Islands, the Nini bird can be found exclusively on Maui, Oahu, Molokai, Hawaii, and Kauai, and is Hawaii's official bird. The Nini is a medium-sized goose, usually around 16 inches tall and between 5 to 6 pounds. It is claimed to have evolved from the Canadian goose. It actually kind of looks like one. They are the world's rarest goose with a population of only 2,500. They can often be near ponds, taro patches, coastal dunes, and even lava plains. When first hatched, the chicks are a dull brown color and have stripes to keep them hidden from predators such as wild hogs, cats, and Asian mongooses.
दोस्तों मैं ऐसी वीडियो जब जब देखता हूँ तो मैं नेचर से बड़ा ही मुतासिर हो जाता हूँ। इस वीडियो में भी दिखाए गए 10 जानवरों में से सिर्फ मैं एक से वाकिफ था, वो थी चिकन। लेकिन जो उसका कलर था वो रेयर था। इस कलर की चिकन मैंने पहली बार देखी। तो ओवरऑल 10 के 10 जानवरों से मैं वाकिफ नहीं था। वीडियो ने मुझे हैरानकुन कर दिया। और ऐसे ऐसे जानवर भी दुनिया में पाए जाते हैं ओएसएम। अब आप लोग हमारे कमेंट सेक्शन बॉक्स में बताइए कि आप लोग किन जानवरों से वाकिफ थे, या तो सारे ही जानवर आप लोगों ने भी पहली बार देखे, या 10 के 10 आप लोगों ने देख रखे हैं। हमें दे इजाज़त, हम और आप मिलेंगे किसी और वीडियो में। तब तक इस वीडियो को लाइक करें और हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें मज़ीद ऐसी वीडियोस देखने के लिए। तब तक दे हमें इजाज़त। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।